Good morning and welcome to Coffee and Handicapping with Scotty. And I'm in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and new series we're going to do for a while. So I'm going to be working at Del Mar at the entire meet of Del Mar down in San Diego, California. Of course, the meet starts on July 16th, so that's going to be a lot of fun. But we've got a little bit of time before that, so I kind of want to get used to the series. We're going to have a good time. So the theme of this thing is we're going to drink our coffee. Of course, I've got my coffee, and which usually I do anyways, but this seemed appropriate. When I'm in San Diego, I'll be down there, maybe at the beach, maybe at the pool, whatever, and I'll have my two computers, and we'll be talking and handicapping races, and what we'll do is handicap the Del Mar card together, right? And then at the same time, it'll help some of the newer players that are just learning the game or learning EquinEdge, and they'll see how we do things, right? How we handicap, all that. And so that's important because a lot of times with the other theme of the show, which I love, when we're gambling, we're moving fast and trying to find bets and things like that. And that's harder for some of the newer people. So I think this kind of fits in with everybody, right? It helps everybody, helps the newer player, helps everybody. We'll handicap the entire card of Woodbine. I've not looked at the card. So you're going to see basically when I wake up in the morning, I've got my coffee with me, I'm drinking, and I'm barely awake, of course. And then I just start looking and I start doing my eliminations and things like that. So you'll see raw Scotty and how I handicap, what I do, look at things. You'll see me making, you'll see some things I catch. You'll see some mistakes I make, but that's what it's all about. Please feel free to make sure if you see a top GSR or an SOR or something, or a metric or a stat or something that I missed, we got to make sure we talk, got to make sure we communicate. Okay. So for everybody, Sully, Bill, good morning, Gary. And it's a little bit earlier. It's different for everybody, and that's okay. This show, it'd be great if we have a lot of people during this show, but at the same time, it's going to be after the fact too. So we'll probably do this for about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, depending. And then Woodbine. So I think the first race at Woodbine starts, yes, at 1:20 Eastern, right? So we've got a couple of hours to handicap. Alan, good morning. What's up, everybody? From Calgary, good morning. CP, good morning. And I got my coffee. I'm awake. I didn't shower. No, I mean, you ever do this? You get up in the morning and just put on deodorant and like, okay, well, there's nobody even here. I mean, I don't know why I even put on deodorant. It doesn't really matter. Put on a shirt. I got shorts, got my shoes on. I got my coffee. I'm good. Greg, what up? And so this is going to be a little bit different, okay? Listen, I love the part. I love what we built, right? I love handicapping same races and doing all that. The Golden Hour series was amazing. I love all of it. We're just going to kind of do something a little bit different for a while because I'm not going to be able to, since I'm doing the broadcasting down at Del Mar, the inner feed, I'll be down there with John Lees. Since I'm doing that, it's going to be a lot harder to do like live shows in the sense of, this is my man, Brady. It's going to be a little bit different. Yeah, we're going to do a preview show. And so we'll preview Woodbine today. So that's the track we're going to cover. And I chose Woodbine because the weather is supposed to be good. I believe I saw that last night. Yeah. And also it's full fields. And also I noticed that the system's been doing very well at Woodbine. Very well at Woodbine. So Scotty Longshot's been on fire. I was looking yesterday and I didn't see this until this morning because I was just like, okay, well, look at this. Scotty Longshot, 1140, first race. Second, this is what I'm noticing. Remember a couple of seasons ago at Oaklawn Park, I told all of you, I'm like, there in the first like 3 or 4 days, the Scotty Longshot couldn't lose. And I'm like, maybe we should pay attention to the Scotty Longshot. And it won all meet long. Wasn't necessarily the case this past meet, but then wet tracks are brutal. I won't play wet tracks. I just can't do it because it becomes a jockey's race. So people ask me about that. What do I do with wet tracks? I mean, you could use the GSR Plus. You can come over here and look, and you go wet, and you click on that, and you see the tab says 35. So clearly, this horse isn't a horse most likely that's going to like wet. But by the most part, I try to stick away from wet tracks, so you won't see me do that. Satish, good evening to you, Cliff. And so, but anyway, so we'll cover Woodbine. And, it won the second race. It won the third race. Look at that Scotty Longshot. Remember, I told you the Scotty Longshot is our best statistically algorithm as far as ROI goes. In the money, it's 34%. Win, it's almost 15%. And this algorithm continues to evolve and improve, and it catches things and it learns. It's amazing. It's not something like this. It's not like this graph, but it's like, it slowly just gets better. So we can look at every race, right? And then we look and go, okay, race number 4, Scotty Longshot gets third, goes off at 11-1, right? Race number 5, second Scotty pick wins, pays $9.40. Second Scotty pick wins race number 6. To me, this is on fire. It doesn't have to just be the top pick. Look at this. 4, 6, 7 cold. I didn't even see that. Look at that. Top Scotty pick, Scotty long shot in order. What'd that pay? Trifecta for 20 cents, $7.74, you know? So what was that, $37 and change or something like that for a buck? I mean, it's good. Scotty long shot got 3rd here. How about that? What'd it go off at? 4-1. So, John, good morning. Cindy in the house. So, yeah, last race. So I love, like, this is what we need. Like, Cindy chiming in. Cindy's been on fire, right? So she's been winning every race. Yeah. Oh, I know. So we'll go. We're just gonna drink our coffee, just relax. It's early in the morning for some of you. For me, it's 11 o'clock. For some of you, it's 8 o'clock. For some of you, it's 9 o'clock. Yeah, me too, Brady. Yeah, me too. I've done the same. All right. So basically what you're going to see me do is I'm just going to handicap as if I woke up in the morning, having my coffee is what I'll do. I got my Yeti, or sometimes the reason I like the Yeti is because it keeps the coffee warmer. I personally like warmer coffee. So that's why I do that. And coffee and handicapping, we're going to do this for probably the next 2.5 months. So this, and it'll be once Del Mar starts, it will be all Del Mar, and I'll be down in San Diego for the entire meet. I'm staying at the Del Mar Hilton, so if you're down there, come check me out, say hello, and we'll do the shows in the morning from there. And yeah, got the beach down there. I'll definitely be at the beach, and yeah, it's gonna be. I love Del Mar. Anybody knows me. This is true. Anybody's, I just always tell all of my loved ones, I know, make sure I die. When I do, take my ashes and throw them on the track. That's how much I love Del Mar. But, too, I'd be remiss if I didn't just thank the Stronach Group and Tyler and Andrew and the entire team that was involved in putting that together. And hopefully we'll continue that when San Diego picks back up. But, I mean, it was incredible, a lot of success. I think we had something like 37,000 views on YouTube alone. That didn't include Twitter, it didn't include Twitch. So it was very successful, and we had a lot of good times as well. So thank you for all that supported that. And good morning, Bill. Okay, so this is going to be more casual, not as intense, right? Because we're just handicapping. But hopefully, what will happen is kind of like when Brady and Justin do their show, and they're giving stuff, and then you're betting later. So this is new for me. It's the first time I've done this. So we'll just talk about Woodbine. That's it. Let's do it. All right. Full fields, 10 races. Okay. So I like to handicap in like sequence. Like I'll go, okay, I'm gonna do my first round of eliminations. So I'll do something like this, right? You see the 7 horse, not a Scotty long shot, 1% and 30-1 on the EE morning line. Okay. And then if you want to take it further, 0 for 4 jockey trainer combination, 3% jockey. Okay, right? Easy elimination. Now I'm looking at this. I don't see anything else I can just automatically eliminate. Also, the jockey on the 7 gets off. Now the horse looks like it was claimed, but gets off to ride the 2. Okay, so we're looking for confident eliminations, not risks at this moment. We're going to have to take risks later because we can't just cover all horses. So that's an easy elimination. This is exactly what I'm doing right now is exactly what I do in the mornings. Okay. Then we see 2 other 1% horses, not Scotty long shots, 20-1 morning line, EE morning line, 25-1 more. So, right. Who wants to handicap all these tracks? I don't want to handicap all these tracks, So then, okay. So now you've got a situation. I'm going to look at the morning line, the EE morning line. You've got the 4-horse expo, 2%, 15-1 EE morning line, 0 for 5 jockey trainer combination. I'll look at the changes. I think we all don't look at changes enough, probably. Blinkers are added. No, I'm sorry, that's to the 5. No changes on the 4 at all. So I'm going to look. Now, we've talked about this. Second-time starters are probably the hardest thing. They are brutal, right? So brutal because you just don't know. Did they give the horse the rate? Hustled along here. I mean, 24-1 is not terrible. Now been off since November and coming back at the same level. The trainer's decent, jockey's decent. Look at the workouts, not bad, right? So you see, like even this June 19th work, 5 of 48. These are brutal. So it wouldn't be an instant elimination for me. It makes sense that he's only 2% and 12 to 1 morning line, 15 to 1 E morning line. That makes sense. Now I'm looking at, well, okay, do I love the favorite? Do I love the favorite? That's what I'm looking at right now. Look at this. So I don't know if I've told you this before, but maybe I should have. So don't kill me. But the Scotty long shot is looking at the morning line of 6 to 1 or higher. That's what it's looking for, unless the field is very small. So this is why it chose the 5 horse as the Scotty long shot, and it's 35%. So it clearly was a bad morning line. I would almost promise you this horse will probably go off as the first or second choice. It's 5 to 2 on the E morning line. Scotty long shot, 5 to 2 on the morning line, and 35%. Jockey trainer combination is good. We look at changes now. Blinkers added, Lasix on for the first time, Patrick Husband's on for the first time. I'm assuming this is a second time starter, and yes, went off at 5 to 1, first time out, broke 10th of 11 horses. And if you look here and look at the running line, broke bad, right? 13 back, then kind of 14 back, and then 16. Here's what happens. The jockey knew he was not winning this race, right? Knew. He knew he wasn't winning this race. Pinched at the start, but what he did was, this is where you can catch talent. The horse was 16 and a half lengths back here in the stretch. And in that stretch, this horse made up 8 lengths. 8 1/4 lengths. Do you see that? 8 1/4 lengths. The workouts are steady, and this horse has been off since October. And the horse is not for sale. They're protecting the horse, and you would know that because it would say 40,000 claimer right here. You see, we'll find a horse. This is an optional claiming too, by the way. There you go. Like the 4 horses for sale for 40,000, right? That's how you know. So if a trainer, if a crappy trainer is protecting a horse, it's like, whatever. But when you have a good trainer like Josie Carroll protecting a horse, that says a lot. Okay? Okay. So jockey trainer combination cliff is for a year, 365 days. That's what it is. Hold on. Mike is saying I need to, let's see, move the desk back or angle the camera in a way. What's happening? Because you can see the ceiling. Is that what it is? I don't know. I told you that the other day, Mike. You're supposed to fix that the other day. I don't know. If I go like this, then you can't see me. Let's see. And then I got to go down like this and sit lower. Oh, I know what I could do. I could lower the chair. How's that? See, okay, that's better, right? Okay. Now it's just weird. I feel like I'm in trouble, like I'm like sitting in a corner like this. No, I don't like that either. You're going to have to just see the wall. Sorry, Mike. Love you, but no. It's not comfortable. You got to be high. Okay. Alan, the 7 in race 2 is taking a big drop and getting blinks. Are you sure that's an auto toss? Okay, well, let's look. The 7. Okay. Been off. 14 to 1 here. Didn't run. What's up, Aaron? Loloy. Here's the thing. If this horse won, would we go, oh, it's had a lap. Maybe they figured out the horse's issues, whatever. The connections are low, 1%. GSR is not particularly good. You know what I mean? Like connections. I mean, you can't use horses like this. You just really can't. Yeah, Bill. Anytime I say the word high, you just think of Bill, guys. You guys, John got that as well. All right, we know where your heads are. You can't use a horse like this. You just can't. But you see what we can do to ourselves, Alan? Like the chance of this horse of 1%, 20 to 1 to E morning line. I mean, it is dropping in, but it's in for a tag. I'd probably be more impressed if it wasn't in for a tag off that layoff because it's 6 months they can protect the horse, but they're not. Like I would almost never suggest using a 1, 2, 3% horse. Almost never, right? So could you make a case for? You could probably make a case for every horse. Do you see what we do, Alan? So I not likely. Here's an interesting horse, the 3 horse, right? Butter on my tie. Not sure what that means, but 30 to 1 on the E morning line, but 8 to 1 on the odds makers morning line, but 8%. I was going to say the only time where I see the morning line off at times would be because I never would have made this horse 30 to 1 morning line, but maybe it's right. I don't know. But this is where it gets confusing. So what happens is I'm leaving a horse like this now. I'm not touching any other horse here because I need to go see if I can find a single. So then I could spread possibly in a race like this. Although I am liking the 5. I'm definitely liking the 5. The 1 horse has burned a lot of money. I think this is the horse we're going to have to try to beat, but we'll see. But I do like the 5 so far. The 6 horse, I'm the sheriff. I mean, all these horses, a lot of these horses you're going to see at Woodbine are going to have layoffs. I wouldn't get too scared about that because they're all dealing with the same thing because Woodbine's been closed for so long, right? So you're going to, with the COVID and all that. You just have to be careful. 3% is 3%. There's a reason it's 3%. Okay, Angela. GSRs hasn't been a positive factor. When you say positive factor, I'm not sure I understand what you mean, Sully. Okay, so again, we're just doing preliminary right now, right? So now we're going to the next race. So now you come over, of course, instantly I'm looking at the 5, but look at this though. This horse in 6 tries, 2 wins, 1 second, 1 third, 69,000 earned. That's a positive. The top win percentage is only 28%, and that in the 4 horse. So no, that's true, John. Yeah, for exacts and stuff like that. I like to do my eliminations first because then I find if I'm correct about my eliminations, high GSR doesn't translate to performance. Oh, there's so many scenarios in that, Sully. There's no way of knowing. There's, these horses have pretty much all run, so they're kind of established at that. So maybe the GSR doesn't mean as much. First-time starters or horses doing something for the first time, it means a lot. Sometimes the GSR seems to be winning every race, almost as if you were using it as a win percentage, and then sometimes not, but it's a good gauge. I do this. I've showed you guys that I'll look, and we'll do this today, that you can come over and look and go, okay, last race this horse had a 67 GSR. Today it's a 70. And he's coming at the same group on the SOR. So I use the SOR and the GSR in combination of each other. I look at the current GSR and I look at the current SOR and I compare those. And I look to see how a horse is done. So, and then the horse is Scotty's second pick. But we'll go over that. Right now, what we're doing is just eliminating confidently. Can we confidently eliminate the 5? 70 SOR. This horse has never. This horse is coming off a layoff. Good connections, 5%. Maybe they figured something out with this horse. I don't know. The only case you could make for this horse is the layoff, because. And you look like this is a 70 SOR, and this horse lost ground as the favorite, going the same distance, same surface last time out, albeit it was in October, but did that. And now it's supposed to jump up in SOR 12 points. You know what I mean? And is only 5% and not in the top Scotty, not a Scotty long shot. But these gosh darn layoff horses sometimes, right? They can all of a sudden just step up. So I'm not going to automatically throw this horse out, but I'll do something like this and, put don't love. Here's what I'm waiting for. I'm hoping that along the sequences, I'm going to find a horse or 2 that I love as singles. That's what I'm hoping for. Right now we have a 4 horse who seems good. All these layoffs are brutal. God, why did I choose this track? I'm just making my life more difficult. Yeah, these layoffs are brutal. So I would say this. You look at a horse like the 3 who's 19%, 2 wins in 3 tries, 73,000 earned. How about the 4 horse been the money in all tries? But look at the 4. In 5, so the last 5 times, so the GSR, the way the GSR, current race GSR works is when you look at the results here, it's looking at the last 5 races. So of this, the horse has gone 6 furlongs on the synthetic lifetime and 6 times. The last 5 have been against an average SOR of 62. The reason we did that was because we wanted current form. Okay, that's why. So then when you look at the 3 horse in those 3 tries, the surface and distance. In those 2 wins, this horse faced a 70 group, has a decent GSR, right? I know it's not the top 2 Scotty, but I mean, this horse was facing, look at this horse down the stretch, was in the lead against grade 2 horses. I mean, this is a horse that absolutely must be used, for sure. All right, let's see Gary's question. Okay, great question, Gary. So right now we're looking to eliminate horses really that can't win. That's a wonderful question. I'm going to say horizontals right now. Okay, I'm going to say horizontals. Is when I'm doing my eliminations. Yeah, that was a really good question. So thank you for that. So I will definitely. I'm thinking more horizontals right now, but I might make a note. What I will do in that case too, if I'm playing verticals, I'll put a note in here going, can be in the money. I'll do something like that. You know, workouts are tough. You got to be careful looking at workouts, because looking at workouts is tough. Maybe if you know the trainer very well and you know their patterns, right? You can do that, but you do have to be very careful with workouts, believe me, especially with experienced horses. They're just going about their motions. They're already fit. You're trying to keep a horse happy. You're not trying to work a horse out fast that's already fit. So you have to be careful for workouts. I'm not big on workouts. Matter of fact, there are workout reports out there. And have you ever seen the workout reports? It helps you like 2% of the time. It helps you in a situation where they go, this horse gets a grade A and is working lights out. The other times, though, I'll give you an example. God, it was terrible. Still kills me. So Justin, we were talking the races and everything like that, and Justin sent me the workout report for Gulfstream Park. I think it was Gulfstream. It was Gulfstream. I eliminated a horse because the clocker gave the horse a C+ and said the workout was terrible. But the win percentage of the horse was good, and it was a Scotty long shot. And it was and I used every horse but 2, and he was one of them. The horse won, and the pick 5 paid like $38,000, something like that. Oh, I was so mad. I was so mad that I got influenced by workouts. No, I would uneliminate them, Gary. You're right. Initially, like I said, you'll see me do that here. I'll go, can be in the money, right? So that'll be there, and then I'll uneliminate them when I'm doing a vertical. Yeah. Oh, all right. I got to show you this, by the way. You guys are going to want to see this real quickly. So I think you guys are going to have this maybe next week after at latest. So we've been testing it. So if we handicap, let's see here, Woodbine. So, all right, watch this. You guys are going to be happy about this. Pick 3, $48. Boom, save the ticket. Your ticket has been saved. Go to the ticket book, and it's going to pop up. And these are your active tickets, right? I have an active ticket. What do you mean? Hold on. Maybe you click on settled. It's not supposed to go on settle. Okay, so that's a bug. So it's got to be active. The results aren't in yet. But look at this. So this actually happened. So Brad was testing, and look what happened here. So he didn't make any changes. He did this ticket. And you're going to see this, and it came in a $43 ticket, paid $2,116 yesterday over at or the other day over at Hastings. It was pretty cool. And then this will be in red if you lost here. And this is the one we just did, but I have to. So Brad might be watching. If you are Brad, that needs to go to active because this is an active ticket. This is settled. So, but then it needs to show the payouts. So it's not showing the payouts here. So I'm going to test this after the show today, but this is up. And then you'll be able to go over and say, okay, it'll take the tracks you have tickets on. You go over at Hastings and go, okay, Hastings, from this date, show me how I've done all wagers, and you'll enter, and it'll show you, and it'll give you your totals. You see right here, win, up here on the top left, you're up for this period of time from 622 to 626. You're up $1,960.60. Or you could do and say, no, I just want parks, right? And you go all wagers, and then you're supposed to be able to press enter somewhere. But yeah, but anyways, it's getting closer. And then you'll be able to track that. You'll be able to save all your tickets. We could just generate a ton of tickets and save it. And what's going to happen is that if there's any scratches, there'll be X's here, light X's through the horse, and you can regenerate. It's pretty neat. What's up, Eric? Michael in the house. Yeah, this is coming. I would say 2 weeks maximum. You guys are you're gonna have that. So that's this is what's called our ticket book. So it's a lot of testing, a lot of work. Like it evolves. So we've been literally testing this for a year. Like, and it still needs a little bit of work. Now we've been off and off working on other things, but yeah, yeah. All right, right on. It's great. It's different. I know it's different. It's all fun. It's really fun to go over and handicap like the race is coming up and make a bet. But I will say this. Yeah, Parks is tough. Parks is tough, but I love Chris Griffin. Chris Griffin. I'm really happy for him. He got that gig over at Parks, and Chris is a dynamic, funny guy. He's of course worked for Los Al. I got to know Chris even better in the Sam Houston series that we did. Oh, thanks for saying that, Lisa. That means a lot. I appreciate it. Because sometimes I'm not sure, because I'm like this. I'm a people pleaser. You guys probably already know that about me. And so I feel like, when we're active and okay, Mama's coming up, we're handicapping that, and then we win, it creates an energy. So this is a little bit different theme. But I know that I'm going to be working Del Mar all summer long, and there's no way I can do the shows like that. I have to handicap for Del Mar. And so I figured if I'm handicapping for Del Mar, you guys would probably want to know that anyways, because I'm assuming most of us are going to handicap Del Mar anyways, right? So we might as well just do it together. So this is kind of like a test and trying to figure it all out and stuff like that. And so we'll do that. But okay. But again, we get lost in the questions and stuff like that. But the first round of what I do is just trying to eliminate, even if it's one horse in a race, two horses in a race, whatever. That's my first round. So not really. You could maybe eliminate this 5% horse, 20-1 in the morning line, not a Scotty long shot. And you look at it, but I mean, does this horse look really terrible? But he doesn't. But here's the thing. This horse just does this is how you can eliminate. When you look at this SOR, he's never come close to facing a 70 group. Never. I mean, he was just in a 20,000 claimer. Here's the thing that's confusing, okay? So if you want to get confused, you got a 17% trainer in Martin Drexler. Very good. Justin Stein, 19%. And he believes this horse deserves to be in a race like this? 8-year-old mare who was just in for 20,000 and lost as the favorite, now is in for $60,000. You know what I mean? What's up, Leah? Okay, so that we'll do. We will cover all of Woodbine. I know we're only to the third race right now because you guys have questions. I want to answer each one. But right now, the first round of what I do is just eliminations. So since there's a positive here where there's if this trainer was 5% or 6%, this horse would be an automatic throw off for me. So I'm a little thrown off and the horse is laid off. But usually I look at these SORs and see that this horse really can't compete against this group. Yeah, and he was claimed. Yeah, I mean, you can see that right here, claimed for $20,000, Justin Stein, and you got a good trainer who's saying that's actually, see, Cindy, you're so astute. Like, it's really important, and I miss it sometimes. It's so important to look at the changes, guys. It is so important. Norm McKnight took over the 2-horse. I mean, Justin Stein claimed this horse, and Justin, who's 17%, believes this horse deserves to be in a 60,000. How many of us are going to claim a horse for 20,000 and then think maybe the horse was? You see here, the horse was in for 20,000 2 races in a row. Prior to that was in at this same level. Maybe what it was is the horse had issues, and so they just dropped the horse hoping to get claimed. And now the horse has been off. They figured out the issues, and maybe this horse fits at this level. It could be something like that. So this is not going to be an automatic throw off for me. You absolutely want to look for trainer changes for sure, positive and negative. I don't know that that's true, Marco. I was just in Vegas about 3 weeks ago, and it was a blast. I mean, it was fun. It was fun. I would say, it's changing a little bit now. They're more like a resort for like, it's more like they charge so much for food. When I was growing up, remember how cheap food was in Vegas? It was like extremely cheap. So, okay. Believe it or not, like Cindy, right? So I've been doing this forever, and I've won tournaments and I've hit pick sixes. And she comes, and I'm sitting there, I lose my butt, and she goes over and wins. Like, that's what this is about. That's what is so great about EquinEdge, right? Is it doesn't matter your experience. It matters that you just learn how to use EquinEdge and find your own way. We're gonna eliminate this horse, 1%, 50 to 1 in the morning line, right? And now I'll come over and see 20 to 1 morning line, 4%. So I'm gonna look low, 6%, 8%. Okay, not in the Scotty long shot, not a price play. I'll look at the 5. Broke slow in both starts. Comes back in a straight maiden, which to me, I'm looking at this horse going, this horse. Now I can see the trainer, right? You got a low percentage trainer who goes like, when you don't have as many horses, you don't want to lose your horse. You get attached to them. I remember when I first started owning horses, man, I just knew the horse I claimed for 40,000 was winning the Kentucky Derby. I knew it. You know what I mean? Like, you just put your horses too high. You know what? All I want to do is win. I could care less about it. The other thing you notice is this horse broke from wide posts both times. So I could see where a trainer would think to themselves, my horse got 5th by 5 lengths against 11 other horses. Didn't run bad here. Top of the stretch was 5 lengths back. Broke from the 10 hole. Broke slow both times. Now off a layoff. Broke in start. 4 to wide. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, you know what I mean? It's not like, so now I'm okay. I'm not just going to automatically eliminate this horse automatically. Yeah, I'm going to keep my mouth shut on that one, John. So, okay. So so what are we gathering so far? Right now, what we are gathering is that the first 4 races, we've been able to eliminate like 1 horse, 2 horses in each race. It's brutal already in big fields. And look at the win percentage here. The top win percentage here, 2 horses is 16%, 18%, I'm sorry, on the 6 horse. And let me ask a question. Do any of you think, so this horse is 7 to 2, 7 to 5 on the E morning line. But let's just say you see a horse like this. I respect the E morning line more than the odds maker for sure, because I know it's more accurate. But let's just say the 7 to 5 was the odds maker's morning line, and he's 18%. This is the type of horse that you want to leave out all day long. They will almost never beat you. First of all, they have an 78% chance of losing, right? Or 72% chance of losing, right? 82%. What am I thinking? So, my math, more coffee. 82% chance of losing, right? And 7 to 5 on the morning line. You just want to beat horses like this. There's no advantage. There's no advantage here. Look at the money this horse has burned, right? Not particularly the best breaker. Where did this horse run good at? Here's another thing about the 6, right? Since we're in race number 4. I'm just saying, like, this horse faced a 40 group here. Yeah, albeit first start, broke last, second. Then breaks a little bit slow here against a 36 group. Yeah, okay. Then moves up to a 64 group. This horse was never win this race, but broke 9th. I mean, this horse just keeps causing problems for itself. I honestly don't know where the level of this horse is. I mean, but you know that he burnt money in these first 2 races against a 40 and a 36 group. You might use a horse like this, but certainly this horse is capable of losing, not only because it seems unreliable, but also keeps causing troubles, right? So when you just automatically throw in horses like this because it's a 7 to 2 morning line or whatever, right? When you do that, you almost are guaranteeing you can't win big money. You cannot hit a big score. They're running at Breeders' Cup is at Del Mar this year, Marco. So you're almost guaranteeing you can't win big money. It's taking the risks of leaving out horses like this 6. I don't hate the 6. With a good trip, the 6 can win, but this is just one of the horses. This is not a standout. And do I think this horse will get bet as the favorite? Well, the E morning line 7 to 5. How would you take that? So I know your question is, good morning, Mike. The question, you're like, okay, is this fair value or is this morning line? Here's the thing. This is always what the system thinks the horse is going to go off at. Always know that. First and foremost, the system is not telling you fair value. It's telling you, I think this horse is going to go off at 7 to 5. And it's more accurate than every track except Aqueduct and Belmont by a point. Okay. Now, can you find fair value off of that? Yes. Remember I was telling you the story about 2 months ago, there was a horse that was 20 to 1 on the morning line, the odds maker's morning line. I believe it was Fairgrounds. And then the EE morning line was 9 to 2. instantly I'm like, this horse has to have a win bet on it. And I bet $200. I won $4,300. I'm so pissed at myself for not doing any horizontals or anything like that, because you can use that to your advantage. And then if any other metric lines up, like 9-2, also the Scotty long shot, you're like, oh my God. You know what I mean? Like, oh, and then you got to look, well, who's the competition now? Oh, the top win percentage is only 25%. Oh, that's even better. That's how you start coming up with horses. But a horse like that, you know, and then you maybe on one small ticket, you go, I'm going to single this horse. Why not? I told you guys the story about this a couple of months ago. I hit for $48,000 in the pick 5 over at Gulfstream Park. Justin and Brady remember this because there was a horse that was 29 points better in the GSR. Only ran twice or once, one or two times. And the GSR was 29 points different. The horse was 20-1 in the morning line. Ended up going off at 14-1, I believe, 13-1. And I singled that horse as if it was a 4-5 shot. And I ended up, and I was able, because of that, I was able to spread. I always tell you guys about the story about the pick 6 I hit for $1.2 million at Del Mar, right? The reason I was able to hit that, there's two things that happened there. One, I owned a horse called 3 Cuties that won the first leg in a race that looked like every horse could win that race. And I singled my horse. I gave instructions to Tyler Bays. I said, I want you to ride this horse like this. And he did perfectly. And then in two different races where we had a 6-5 and a 7-5 favorite, I did not like them and I left them out. And so I was able to spread. So between singling 3 Cuties in leg 1 and between throwing out those favorites, I was able to cover more horses. Like in the last race, there was a first-time starter that went off. That was 20-1 in the morning line. I was the only one. That's the horse ended up winning, and I was the only one that had that horse. Is why I got the big payout. And I was still. It was the last horse I was using in that last leg. And if I don't single 3 Cuties, if I don't leave out those favorites in those other 2 legs, I do not win that money. I do not win that money. Okay, so it's really critical that you look at this. This horse is only 18%. That's it. It's got 82% chance of losing. Okay, so we still got to eliminate. I mean, we have 10 races. We're eliminating right now. 1%, 15 on the morning line. Easy, right? Don't even think about it. I don't even look at this horse. We're just going to beat you one every 500 times. It's not going to happen. Out. Now, here's a problem. 3% horse, 15-1 morning line, but it's a Scotty long shot. Instantly Scotty long shot, you get your guard up. Maybe a horse is like this. Like you go, okay, what's the story with the 1 and 4? They've never been surface and distance, but look at the GSR. 4%, 15-1 morning line, 9-1 morning line, 45 on the GSR, 38 respectively on the GSR. So I'm looking at the 1 and 4 instantly. So I sorted it. I sorted it by GSR right now, and then I'm looking at the win percentage. So here's a horse, went off at 7-2, broke perfectly from the 11 hole, going 5.5. Tough hole though, right? If you figure at 5.5 to be that wide like that, that's tough. And mid-pack, no rally. This is a really tough one, man. So, okay. So then I go, I can't look at him and automatically know he's a throwout. So now I'm going, okay, what's the favorite? And then I come, look how tough this card is. But don't hate that. This is an opportunity because we have the GSR, we have the SOR, we have tools that other people don't have. So it gives us an opportunity. If every race was a bunch of favorites, then no one would make any money. These are opportunities. But they do take a little bit more handicapping. Sometimes when I would do the regular shows with you guys, I would see stuff like this, and I knew it would take longer to handicap. So I would say to you, I don't know what to do here, unless I was going to delve in and take more time, which we'll have time to do that. Okay. So now I'm looking at this going, if I saw a horse that was 35%, 30%, 27%, and I knew I could count like one of those horses got to run good, I would probably eliminate a horse like the 1. But now you can see what's that. And then the 7 horse, Scotty Longshot. Oh, and we've talked about this. Scotty Longshots that are first-time starters are deadly. You guys know this, right? Be careful about throwing out a Scotty Longshot. We've seen at Santa Anita this meet, we saw that horse that was 25-1, Scotty Longshot, the 3 horse. You guys remember that? Won the race. And if there is a weakness in the morning line, or sometimes it doesn't pick up on certain first-time starters, but these connections aren't bad. 12-1 morning line, this sort of 9-1, 5%. But are you going to be surprised if a 5% horse wins when the top win percentage is only 23%? Right? Not as much. Those are probably situations in which a 5% wins. It's when you've got a horse that's 40%, another one that's 30%, another one that's 18%. Like, you've got to believe that one of those horses is winning, and you're covering 85%. That's when maybe you don't see 5% horses winning, 4% horses winning, right? So here we go. The race number 5, we're able to eliminate one horse confidently that was 1%, 50 to 1 on the EE morning line. That's it. All right. Now, there's going to be more levels of handicapping. This is just the first round. Here we go. 1%, 50 to 1. Out. Now, I'm going to look at this 5 horse. Not a Scotty long shot. I'm instantly looking up there to the right. First time starter. 2%, 8 to 1 the morning line, and 15 to 1 the EE morning line. And what do we see? I mean, these payouts are going to be huge today. Huge. I'm going to sort the GSR and look. He's got a good GSR. I mean, okay. When we go to the second round of handicapping, maybe you just have no choice but eliminate horses like this, right? But instantly going 23% is the top win percentage. It's a first-time starter. Got a good GSR. I know the win percentage is low, but I respect the GSR just as much as I respect the win percentage. So now, what do I believe? I used to get that. You guys don't do that to me as much anymore, but you guys used to do that all the time. We're like, all right, why don't you just tell us who to bet? I'm like, no. There's different metrics. There's different things. If they don't line up, it means the race is tough. How many times you've seen stuff like this? And you guys know. Go look back if you want. Go watch video. When you see win percentages are so equal, watch how many times. Most time, 90% of the time, you've got 3, 4, 5 horses that are within a couple of lengths of each other at the wire. And now it's just it just became racing luck. So what I try to do in situations like that is I'll look to visualize who's going to get the best trip, who has tactical speed. Like, I'll look at a horse like the 8 horse, which I have no idea because these are first-time starters, but a horse that's run before, and go, okay, I'm visualizing that I know, at least I know that the 8, if they're all equal, I know the 8's going to get a good trip. Okay, you can, because remember, the system, the algorithms are not looking at pace or trip. Remember that. By the way, I do have some good news. Our simulated race is coming along really nicely right now. We're making some really good progress. So that's all I'm going to say. But it is making progress. Okay. Again, the theme so far here is the races are brutal. So we're going to have to make some decisions because we can't play $1,000 tickets. Yeah, these purses are fantastic. Yeah, I mean, they really are. Maiden optional claiming for $64,000, but yeah, but you know. I mean, all right, let's go to race number 7. 1%. I'm just not using it. 15 to 1. Good. Okay, here's a tough one. God, I hate this. 67 SOR, which is second best. 2 races at the surface and distance of 8.5 furlongs on the synthetic lifetime. 1 first, 1 second. Earned $60,000. That's the second highest in the field. Third, behind the 2 and the 8. Okay, 15 to 1 the E morning line, 15 to 1 on the odds makers morning line, but only 1%. So now we have some differences. So we're going to look. So I like to tell a story. So I look at the current race SOR of 66. Go here, 8.5. That was on the. These are on the turf. So how is this horse done on the synthetic in comparison to turf? Well, in 12 tries on the synthetic, earned 9,100 per start. It's a 7-year-old now, though. Been off a layoff. And then on the turf, 19 tries, 14,600 average. So clearly the horse is better on turf, but it doesn't mean the horse can't run on the synthetic. So here's the thing. We don't know how good this horse is doing. But if you look back here in 2019, which I very rarely will look that far back, it's only because this horse, the last 5 of 6 races, has been on the turf. But if you look back there, this horse barely lost against a 68 group. Going to be forwardly placed, has speed. I'm just saying, like, this is not the worst long shot in the world. And the top win percentage is only 26%. Seeing the theme? What up, Sanu? How are you? Are you in good mood today, Sanu? Feeling positive? There's my man. What up, brother? Thank you. Yeah, I chose Wood. What was I thinking? We talked to him like, I'm going to do Woodbine. Like, what was I thinking? You guys covered You guys covered Churchill, huh, on your show. What's up, Jeff? So I'm not one to use a 1% horse. But again, it's always about the competition too. Okay, what's up, KP? This is a brutal card. It is. I did not look at this card. I wanted to show you guys exactly how I handicap. That's how we're going to do it. We're going to have our coffee. We're going to talk, chat, enjoy each other. I'm going to be at Del Mar in a few weeks, and oh man, it's going to be a blast. I'm going to do the show from outside, maybe from the pool. Now, I might even be in the damn jacuzzi. I don't know. You know me. You never know. I might do a show. Maybe I'm not even wearing a shirt. I don't know. Maybe I'll get more viewers. Maybe I'll lose viewers. I don't know. But we've been doing well. We've been doing really well at Woodbine. What does well mean? It doesn't necessarily mean like how many hot tracks. Those are the hot tracks. That means we're hitting at a certain percentage. You're welcome. No, that's great. We do have an annual plan now, by the way. It's like, I think, what is it? $700, I think. I think it's $700. So it's, if you take the $80 a month that we charge now, so $960. So you're saving like $200 and something for the year if you do the yearly. So, yeah, it's doing very, very well. But this means that the track is hitting at, I think, was it 36 or 37% wins over the last 16 races? I'm pretty sure that's what that. If you see a flame, so you can also come over here, right? You can see hot tracks. So what are the hot tracks? Oh my God, what's CPW? Hitting at 80%, Scotty top pick. What is this track? Chippewa. It's only one race. I don't know what the hell that is. I like that. At 80%, I'm like, I'm just going to play there today. All right. So you can see Gulfstream Park, Scotty. So you see that really handsome guy right there? That's Scotty picks. 32 minutes coming before race number 1. Last 16 races, 38%. Churchill Downs, Scotty picks, 38%. Normally it's the win percentages, but look at Delaware. Last 16 races, won 8 of them. Chippewa. What up, Pat? Good morning. Oh, the daily plan, John. Yeah, we did that $5.95 for the one track. It's coming. We're trying. Like, we want to reach everybody. We want everyone to be able to enjoy it. And the more people we have, the more you guys always are talking to people about it. It's really amazing. Like, we're growing at a rate that's pretty incredible. Remember, I was talking to you guys about this like 4 months ago. I'm like, yeah, we're not profitable yet, but now it's doing well. So, and that money is being reinvested right back into products and stuff like that, like the ticket book I was showing you. And so, yeah, you guys just hold on. We're all going to be in for a ride. You guys are going to love all the global races. We're working with data providers all over the world right now. You guys are going to love that. Okay, back to Woodbine. So yeah, again, this is really, really tough. This is tough handicapping. Woodbine is really tough. Like, this is about as hard as a card. This is where you have to dissect for sure. I could have sworn I clicked on Woodbine here. Come on now. Number 7. There we go. All right. Oh, really? Oh, that's neat. See, I appreciate that, Cindy. It's huge. And then people tell and they're talking and stuff like that. Like, and it's really neat to see, like, so, every Thursday, by the way, you guys can sign up for it, but every Thursday I do a class that's kind of similar to this and answering questions and stuff like that. So if you guys ever want to be part of that class, it's on Thursdays. You can, check out with Mike or figure it out. I don't know if it's an email or what, but yeah. All right, so race number 8. We're eliminating right now. We're just limiting wherever we can. So the 9 horse warning bell, 2%, 12-1, not a Scotty long shot, 56 SOR. Okay, this is an easy one for me, right? This is an easy one. By the way, the coaching call, Mike just reminded me, is for players who sign up for the elite plan. Okay, so but you learn a lot in that coaching. So if it's something you want to do, you want to upgrade. So Mike was just reminding me about that. So So the ticket generator. Okay, yes, I will. Just let's get through the first part of the. Let's get for the first part of how I really want to show you guys like how I handicap. So that's from Mike. Hey Keith, good morning. So a horse like this, you immediately, okay, you know why I'm always trying to create new tools? Okay, I don't know how many of you, and I think you would all agree. When we created the GSR, you now had, how many of you told me that you could not handicap maiden races before, especially first-time starters, right? Now you have the GSR, you've got the win percentages, you got the Scotty picks, the Scotty long shot. You have things that you can use now that will help you dissect a maiden race or especially first-time starters. Would you agree with that? All right. The same race SOR is the exact same thing. And I'll tell you how I'm using it. I look here, and the horse faced a 46 group last time out, 46 before that, 48 before that. Like you can see, third, second, not bad. Okay. This is a 56 group, a low win percentage trainer. I mean, these and only 2% win, 20 to 1 on the morning line and 12 to 1 the E morning line. And I'll tell you why I think it's 12 to 1 the E morning line. I'll tell you what my thoughts are on this. This horse really has tried, okay? But this is what I like. I don't like the SOR change to a 56, negative. Positive is the horse's GSR, it goes up 8 points from a 50 to a 58. This horse is most likely gonna run good. Oh, and by the way, 8 furlongs on the turf. Look what this horse did here over at Turf Paradise. 8 furlongs on turf, went gate to wire. That being said, that was against a 34 group. You see the pluses, minuses, right? So I got taught one time a good relationship, right? What we do, I was in a really volatile relationship one time in my life. I mean, where the highs were just like off the charts, crazy fun, you can imagine, right? And then the lows were low. But I only focused on the highs. I wasn't focused on negatives. Well, it's the same thing. You have to acknowledge the negatives. You have to, because you're only looking at things from one set of lenses. I hope that makes sense, right? Maybe that's a bad analogy. I don't know. They got to throw your personal life in there because that's the best examples you can give. And then so the counselor said to me, Scott, it's like, no, that's bad. That's not good. So right now I'm finding a positive right now in the GSR, but most everything else is negative. The SOR has been low, 2%, low win percentage connections. So you cannot use horses like this unless you know something, right? You have to. All right, now we're gonna go to the 5 horse. Not a Scotty long shot. And clearly the horse is better on synthetic than it is on turf. We can see that by the average money earned, 19 tries turf, 3,200 average, 42 times synthetic, 5,100 average, okay? So we kind of know that already. The GSR is 62, broken air last time out, had trouble. Broke 10th, you can clearly see that. Throw that out, fine. So now the trainer and owner are thinking, well, you know, we had issues there, so let's try it again. Fine. Is this the worst looking long shot in the world? No. 8 to 1 on the morning line, 20 to 1 the E morning line. Just because it's 20 to 1 the E morning line does not mean this horse, I'll tell you what, this does not scare me because this horse will go off at probably 15 or 20 to 1. I'm more, to be honest with you, it doesn't scare me to bet on it. What scares me is horses like, you'll see 8 to 5 on a morning line for an odds maker and the EE morning line 7 to 2. Those horses almost never win. I don't know what that is. Again, it's not something I can put my finger on. It's just something that I know to be a fact, right? So I will never make a horse that's 8 to 5 in the morning line, the odds makers morning line, or 3 to 1 or 7 to 2 on the EE morning line. Something about that I will never, ever, ever do. I will never single a horse like that ever. This horse does 662 races. 9-year-old mare. Doesn't mean the horse can't win. Because again, remember, when you're looking at these things, You're looking at it from one set of lenses. Yes, we're creating a bunch of negatives right now. Now we got to look at the competition. Okay, that's fair. Maybe this horse sucks here, but how are the other horses? What if they suck too? Now you know the race is probably wide open. I look at this and I see the race wide open. 27%, which is a positive on this too, but not in the top two, Scotty. Okay. 6-1 the EE morning line, only 3-1 the morning line. I mean, it's not that this horse can't win, obviously, but look how tough this race is. Look on paper. This race is brutal. It's just brutal. And this horse just lost in a 52 SOR. Now it's going on the turf. Let's see what this horse has the last 3 times on the turf, this horse has burned money. 9-2, 9-1, 5-2. Burn money. Was right there top of the stretch. You see that? Third by 1, second by 2, third by 2. Lost ground each of those races. Always hate that. And this horse is 27%. 6% trainer. 3-1 in the morning line, but EE morning line 6-1. You see what I'm saying? What's up, Tyler? Awesome. I'm so glad to hear that. I know it's probably a little bit more boring than the normal shows. I know, but I think it's important for everybody to understand, how to look at it. This is really tough. You got to delve in deeper, or you have to just make a decision. I'm not going to play this track, or you have to make a decision. I'm going to use the system. I'm going to trust it, make a couple of changes, maybe not play as much. I mean, this is a tough card. Anybody else drinking coffee besides me? I'm just curious. So there's not one horse I can eliminate here except maybe the 5. But this is the level he fits at and has been right there and has had a layoff. Maybe they figured out the issues of this horse, whatever it might be. Can you tell me, you look at this horse, look at the workouts. Look at this. They got a bullet here, 7 of 33 here, 39 of 116 here, 10 of 28 here, 14 of 78 here. I mean, this horse is working out like a champ. Yeah. Cindy with Bailey. Okay. This ever happened to you before? I got sick on Bailey's when I was younger. I think it was like 20, 21 years old. And I got sick on Bailey's, and I have not had a Bailey's since. Does anybody else have that? Like, what have you had in your life where you drank and got so drunk and threw up and had a rough night and you've never had that again? Bailey's is that for me. You got coffee? I don't know. So I'm just saying it's not an automatic toss. When we go to the second round of handicapping, you just one thing, you can't even smell it. Yeah, I'm that way. Exactly. So all I'm saying is we might come back and eliminate this horse. Oh, you got to have, Chris, you got to have the Baileys. Yeah. Kamikazes. Okay, right? So, and then look, top win percentage is 27%. I think we're looking here going, this guy's burnt money. He's not reliable, right? She's not reliable, excuse me. Burger King hamburgers. Oh, okay, I see. Oh, no alcohol involved. Oh, you just got sick from it. Oh, yeah. That happened to my daughter, Lexi. We took her to Disneyland and she ate chicken she got so ill, and she would not have chicken, I don't think, until she was 18 years old, 19, and only if her mom made it. Yeah. Oh, I remember the wine coolers. That was the thing. Wine coolers. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Alabama Slammers. I don't know I've never heard of that. What is that? Oh, Cindy's saying race 10, the 8 is almost an automatic single. All right, well, let's look. Okay, well, let's look at 9 first so we can eliminate. Is there anybody to eliminate? You got a 1% horse here, EE morning line 10-1. Okay, oh, by the way, you see how there's no morning line here? This is the beginning stages of the scratches. So when you see, so both price plays are being scratched. It's not recalculating yet. I don't know if Brad's watching, but our scratches have been a little bit slow to come in lately. They're good. Which race, Justin? The 4. Yeah, I need your help, Justin. I don't know where Brady is, but we need handicapping help. Mike's Hard Lemonade Pineapple. Oh, that sounds really good, actually. So I know somebody that went. So their kids are so brutal, teenage kids, and they go over to, I think it was Costco, and they go over and like they go, Mom, we need some water, right? So they go over and like, okay, pick out water, and the kids go over and get Truly and put it in the cart. Luckily, this person, they get wherever they're going, they go, and then this person luckily got a drink of it first, and when this is the weirdest tasting water I've ever tasted. Thought it was a flavored water, and kids are so brutal. Oh, it's so funny. Oh, you're gonna force him. You're gonna have to force it down his throat. Remember when you would go out at night and then you'd stop at fast food? So I would stop at Taco Bell every time, or Del Taco. So we go drinking 2 a.m, and we'd stop over and get that. And Taco Bell was my absolute favorite. I mean, loved Taco Bell. Do you know I cannot eat Taco Bell? I haven't had Taco Bell in 15 years. I can't do it. And I mean, when I say I love Taco Bell, it was actually good for me because, I feel myself growing a chin every time I just go eat fast food anywhere, for that matter. But okay, on the morning line, when you see the EE morning line missing, I guarantee these 2 horses are going to be scratched. But they're just not in yet. So I talked to Brad this morning, and I should have talked to him about it. You like the Del Taco? Yeah, Del Taco, Taco Bell. I was always a Taco Bell guy. It's so funny. Like, that's like a thing, right? Like, it's those 2, Del Taco, Taco Bell. Yeah, group handicapping is the best. And again, we're just doing the first round. We're all chatting right now, which is great. Making a run for the border. Yeah. Yep. So Pluie de Avril. All right. So what's the story with this? So this horse keeps breaking bad. Terrible breaker. The one time this horse did break good was on 8-8, right? You see that, and won the race. And that was against a 44 SOR. Horse is 1%, 20 to 1 in the morning line. I don't know. Here's what I don't know. I don't know why the hell this horse is 10 to 1 in the EE morning line. That I don't know. Otherwise, this horse would just be an instant throw out. I don't know. And coming back right away, just ran on 618. Low win percentage connections. Now I'm looking at the competition. Top win percentage, 21%. Are you kidding me? Like, can you give us any tougher races? Oh my God, yeah. I could eat 12 items of Taco Bell all day long, right? All day long, no problem. Easy. All I'm saying here is this: everything's a negative. Everything's a negative, and I know I'm bringing this point up because it's very important. Everything is a negative except for the EE morning line's only 10 to 1. So remember we talked about the relationships. You're going to remember this. I'm telling you. That's why the examples and analogies are so good. You're going to remember this. And like, you cannot use a 1% horse because of one metric when all the other factors are showing negatively. The average SOR, yes, the horse made the money 204, but 44. You just have to force yourself to eliminate a horse like this, because you go add this horse to your horizontal, go at it, and you go to another race and you leave that other horse out and it wins. You're going to kick yourself and go, I used these horses here. What is wrong with me? I could have just won 20 grand. Okay. So real quickly, so we're going to eliminate this horse, but let's go to the 8th because Justin's saying the 4 horse is a horse that's, so not in the top 2, Scotty. So turf speed. So no speed here, some speed here. This horse is tactical. And you know that because 8 furlongs in this horse, second off the layoff, went 5 furlongs and was on the lead. So you know the 6 is fast. You know the 6 is fast. The problem is, in 5 turf tries, this horse has only earned 913 per start. I mean, just like so, but he could pace wise, the 6 could hurt. I mean, look at this horse here. I mean, but look on turf. By the way, I think you have to look at the comparisons to the dirt. Like you look and go, okay, he faced a 46 group, but he did win by 5 lengths, but that was on the dirt. But I think if you have current form of any kind, and maybe not even current, you have to go back. So if we look at Saratoga against a 60 group on the turf, the last time this horse was on the turf, this horse got a 3rd place finish against 6 other horses, right? This horse is only 7%, but the top win percentage is only 27%, and we've seen this horse is vulnerable. I think the one horse is extremely live. Now, Justin likes this horse. 0% trainer, that's a negative. 20-1 in the morning line. EE morning line 6-1. So I know Justin likes that, right? So I'll do something like this for EE morning line, just to catch my attention. So when I come back to it, I see it, right? 15%, fantastic. Look at the EE morning line. Top Scotty pick is a 7. That's one algorithm. Win percentage, 14%, but top is only 27. Seems vulnerable, no big deal. Then you come over and you look, 65 GSR, been in the money in 3 or 4 races. I might come over and look and go, I want to see where's the 4th race? Why did he run 4? I'm going to look and see. 8 furlongs. He's raced 22 times. Okay, you can't see it. Only 1 you see on paper because we only show the last 8 races. Okay, but when you look at the wins, okay, 50 here, 150. This is a 56, so this is a tougher group. Does it mean the horse can't win? No, 1 by 2 lengths. Fresh, good form, workouts are steady. I like this horse. EE morning line 9-5. So you have 3 algorithms that are like this horse: Scotty pick, EE morning line, and the GSR. That's 3. Is the 14% a negative? Not really to me. Do you know why? Because none of the horses have a high win percentage. So it doesn't bother me as much. It's just a tough race. But you can find separators through things like this. Like the way I play, I might take a chance because if you can single a horse like this and it wins, if you do that and it wins and that you're able to spread in other races, kind of like I did with 3 cuties. They are, Angel. Yeah, you'll see. Oh no, the classes themselves aren't on YouTube. No, they're classes you can join if you're an elite member. But and I'm doing them every Thursday. But I'm going to be doing this, so you'll be able to learn a lot. By the way, Justin's doing some stuff as well. You can go online and see, and he's giving examples of how to handicap and stuff like that. So we're doing more of these courses and stuff like that and teachings because we just think it's important. So, but strength of race is is decent, right? The one horse faced a 6. Look at the one horse, 62. You see that right here on 6-7. He didn't run. Mid-pack early, did not run. But maybe there's an excuse because the horse's form really is not bad. Had a couple of bad races here, been off, but I mean, finished off good. I like the one. I like the one. Angel, I don't know what your package is, but you can talk to the guys about that. But so I'm not sure. Strength of race is an amazing number. It's my favorite algorithm. And the reason it's my favorite, the GSR is one of the best, but the SOR is every race. You're using the SOR every race. And when we go back to the second round of handicapping, I'm going to show you how to use the SOR. I'm going to show you how to use the GSR when you're using the, I don't know, I don't understand what Jose is saying, but if somebody can answer him, that'd be great, please. Angela, where are you? Oh yeah, there you go. There you go from Mike. So anyways, for whatever reason, the 7 horses caught my eye. And I like when you got 3 solid algorithms that are pointing you in this direction. And I like that. Oh, by the way, look at the jockey trainer combination here, 50%. I don't know what it is too. It seems like I've been seeing this Kazushi Kimura. I think he might have a really good day. It's just a gut feeling because it just seems like all the horses I'm kind of leaning towards that I've seen so far, he's been the jockey. Just look for that. The SOR is just, yeah, it's incredible. Okay, so I know Justin's like in the 4. Justin, 6-1 in the E morning line, 20-1 morning line. He's not wrong. In a race where it's wide open, absolutely, this is a live horse. It is. And look at this. Second here from the 11 hole. Okay, then didn't run good. So I try to make it, okay, why didn't this horse run good? Okay, well, let's look at this. 7 furlongs. GSR was fine. But look at the trouble line. Rushed up from the inside. Why this horse? I mean, the jockey might have just messed up. I don't know. The horse was on the inside and rushed up. When horses do that, when you see that, that's why looking at the trouble line is so important. You see rushed up like that, and then slows up. The jockey realizes he's not winning that race, and what does he do? He grabs the horse. Look, where was he in the stretch? He was only 6 lengths back in the stretch and ends up losing by 11 3/4. Don't get caught up in the finish. Look throughout each of these first, second, and stretch calls, okay? And look at the broke. Thank you so much, Keith. So, I think Justin's point. I think the 4 is extremely live, but I do. Yeah, I think Justin's right. I just think it's a wide open race. And by the way, too, you look at a horse like the 2. You got positives and negatives. I think 3-1 in the morning line, 6-1 the E morning line. To me, that's a negative. 27% positive. Not top 2 Scotty, negative. What else? Jockey trainer combination, 8% in 65 races in a year, negative. You see what I mean? Now, again, am I being helpful right now? Probably not. But that being said, these are also opportunities. So you have to take some chances. Like 50% jockey trainer combination right here, 9-5 on the E morning line, top Scotty pick, top GSR. I mean, maybe the 7 on a small ticket is a horseshoe single, and then spread out in other races. If it comes in, you score. All right, Justin, we'll see you later. Thanks for your input. Appreciate it, bro. Have fun. Be safe. All right. Race number 9. Let's see if we can eliminate. Of course not. Let me see. I'm going to ask Brad to check scratches at Woodbine real quick. Okay, but if you do see this, I'm 90% confident. You see the 7 and the 8, and you see how there's no EE morning line. The EE morning line picked up the scratches first, is what's happened. So there's something going on where they're coming in a little bit later, which is something Brad has to work on. But when you see that, you can feel confident that these horses are probably scratched. They're scratched, right? Yeah, exactly. That's what I thought. All right. The problem right now is it hasn't regenerated because this system, the win percentage algorithm, and the Scotty Longshot or Scotty Picks algorithm did not pick them up, so it doesn't regenerate the numbers. So yeah, you do. Yeah, I think that the 7 could be a single. All right, so where's Cindy? Cindy liked the horse here. Who I can't remember who Cindy thought might be a single. The one scratched? Yeah, look at, you see, no EE morning line. Okay. Who was it you liked, Cindy? You said there was a horse you thought looked like a solid single. Did you say the 8? Was Scotty Longshot? What did you say? Eliminate that one. Eliminate that one. Scratch race 2, 6. Okay. Yeah, it'll come through. Emma, okay, so Emma, she's talking about Emma Wilson, who's got off the 9 horse and now is on the 8-horse Meadow Beauty, who is 8-1 in the morning line, 7-1 the EE morning line. Scotty Longshot. Okay. What's up, David? Okay. So, Cindy, tell us why. Tell us why you think. I'm looking at this horse. This horse had a layoff from September to December, has not run good. When I look at this horse, it looks like a horse, it's going to be near the pace for sure. I think the horse can rate some. 6.5 furlongs first time. Never been anything other than the turf, and turf breeding's just okay. Top win percentage. So Brad's going to check on the scratches for Woodbine. Emma's winning the last race. So let's see, it was 7.5 furlongs, it's 6.5. I don't think this horse is that fast. This horse, so look at a horse like this, right? The 6 horse has shown some speed at 7.5 furlongs and showed some speed at 8 furlongs, but never showed speed at 7, 6.5. You see that? So not going to be, maybe near the pace, but not somebody that's going to push the 8. 7 horse, this horse, well, okay. The 7 showing speed at longer distances. So and can rate. So most likely won't be on the lead either. Okay. 9 horse, no. 3 horse, no. 11 horse, no. 5 horse, no. 4 horse, no. So, okay. So this horse could go gate to wire. Yes. Yeah, the Scotty Longshot has just been in fuego. So 9 horse is a 58 group, 6.5 furlongs, same conditions against 52, barely won, barely got up, showed no speed, 20-1. And yeah, so elimination. 3, Golden Vision, no speed whatsoever. Here's the thing. This is really important. Well, first of all, you can see broke 8th in the last 3 races, right? But I want you to see something. This is so important. Source goes 7.5 furlongs and is no speed, and then comes from behind late. Now is cutting back in distance. Okay, no, and let me show you something else. So you could look at it the opposite. Then the race before that, that was 6 furlongs and was finishing, and now what you could say is getting 6.5 and can finish. Okay, that goes out the window. But in a lot of cases, you'll see where the horse has been running longer and finishing late, now has to cut back. So how are they supposed to be close? Unless they're dropping in class, okay? We're just handicapping Woodbine, which is the first race starts at 1:20 Eastern time. So we're just handicapping that so that, you know, we understand the card, we know it, you guys can play Woodbine, and so hopefully we can hit some stuff. So you guys are taking your notes and stuff like that. This horse is not the word. I'll tell you what, this 3 is not the worst looking long shot in the world. And here we go. Top win percentage, 21%. Like, it's killing. This is brutal. Brutal. Top GSR. Look at this 4. Look at this 4. These are the types of horses you might want to single. Here's the negative. The 5 horse got 3rd against a 64 average SOR. The 4 horse average SOR 55, 3 for 3 at the surface and distance. This is a 58 group, so not that much harder. Top GSR, 4 horse. Oh, last 2 races, 2 for 2. Got up, found the wire. Last race was against a 58 group. No speed. God, I hate horses like this. You single horses like this at your own risk. I'll tell you that right now. There's positives about the horse. And you also leave horses like this out at your own risk. Yeah. Okay. So Enchanted Lady 11. So now look here. You see 6.5 furlongs. You see where they start. This horse can be wide. No speed. Going to be wide. No particularly has no class advantage, right? This horse can be wide. They're going to be finishing. There's just no way. Yeah, and only 2%. Eat more in line 10-1. It's not the worst in the world. GSR is good. Again, if you're going to see a 2% horse win, it's going to be here. Gray Seal. The six is a player. I just don't think the six is going to be dueling on the front, but I think the six is a player. Look, this is a drop in class. Period. Look, 62 lost by a length and a half. 64 lost by a length and a half. 62 lost by 3.25. The GSR is 61. Broke in the air, by the way, on that 9-12 race. This is a player. Good connections, absolutely a player. Mike, great point. That is a really great point. Absolutely. I would agree with that, by the way. I would agree with that. Like this might be one of the toughest cards I've seen in a long time. This is like stakes races, right? You know what I mean? Like where they're just so all competitive. This is what this is like. So we really have to, in my mind, we have to count on the SOR and the GSR and the Scotty long shot in situations like this. That's what we have to count on. You just do. And we're going to count on the ticket generator. Okay, so now we've done that. Let's see if these scratches have come in yet. Okay, oh, by the way, too, I never run the ticket generator. Very rarely do I finish what I want to bet until the scratches come in. Like, I'll run the ticket generator ahead of time if I want to handicap, but I won't, like, I'm not going too far with things. I'll do my preliminaries, but I really want to know what's happening and where the scratches are, for sure. 1 and 10 are scratched. But yeah, Mike, that's a good point Mike's making too, is that when you choose, like, there's some easy cards, you can make decisions right away, and there's some others where you have to put some time into it. But I want to say this, look, I wish I could just be more deliberate about this, but it's not, this is really tough right now, right? So, but it's also a wonderful opportunity to get prices, and that's what it's about. By the way, too, yeah, okay, just so you know. Yeah, it's definitely putting me to task. That is for sure, Cindy. Okay, I want to tell you another thing about, I want to see if my notes stay still here. When I was on TVG, I had put some notes on each track so that I could talk about that stuff, right? I was always taught early on when I started doing television that be over-prepared. I remember when I interviewed Bob Baffert, and I literally stayed up till 4:30 in the morning trying to figure out a question to ask him. And I got the producer in my ear. 8 minutes goes by and he goes, okay, you gotta end it. You gotta end it. And I'm like, what do you mean end it? No. Like I didn't want to hear him. I'm like, no. No, I got more questions. It felt like I asked him 2 questions and the interview was over. You always want to be over prepared. But I think I do. Okay, let's see my notes. This is from, you ready for the, oh my God. January 19th, 2016. Wow. Okay. Woodbine changed from a poly surface to a tapetum surface in 2016. And the reason is the poly surface had trouble keeping its shape in colder months. That's why they changed. Other tracks for tapetum are Turfway Park and Golden Gate Fields, which hold up to all sorts of weather, rain, whatever. I think Golden Gate Fields is one of the most fair tracks there is. The tapetum surface is a very solid surface, but you can't win too often if you have no speed. You can't win too often unless you have more speed. And there's a lot less breakdowns on this surface. So I remembered that. So especially in sprint races, I can tell you at the top of the stretch, if you aren't within 4 lengths at the top of the stretch, you are not winning. You are not winning. Brad said they're in, so let's see what happens. Refresh. Okay, yeah, you see? Okay, they're in now. So you guys got that? In sprint races, good morning, David. In sprint races, you cannot watch it. Go back, watch video. I haven't even really followed noticing it, but that was my note. If you're not within 4 lengths in sprint races at the top of the stretch, you're not winning. And I think it's like an 85% of the horses within 4 lengths of the top of the stretch will win. And front runners win a high percentage of the time as well. So watch for speed. Watch for speed. Okay. Yeah, Golden Gate does. All right, 54 minutes before Woodbine race number 1. So you guys see the scratches, right? Okay, so I just want to give these to you guys one more time. So we're scratching in race number 1, we're scratching the 7. In race number 2, we're scratching the 6, 7, 8. Race number 3, no scratches so far. Race number 4, scratch the 4. Race number 5, scratch the 3, and the 7 is scratched. Get rid of it. Race number 6, this 1 and 10 are scratched, get rid of the 7. Good morning, Jay. You got your coffee? Sweet. Always good to hear from you. Always one of the more pleasant people to deal with and talk to and be around for sure. I hope you guys are coming to Vegas with us. We're going to be at Bally's and we're going to have a good time. We're going to have a good time. Okay, then the 1 is scratched and get rid of the 2 and 9. 7 and 8 are scratched in race number 9, get rid of the 5. And get rid of the 9 in race number 8. But that's not many horses. Like we hope to eliminate way more horses than this. Now this is where the work comes in. Here was the point in the beginning. We're scratching horses, eliminating horses, excuse me. We're eliminating horses that we feel confident. Because if you feel confident in your scratches, then you know, okay, now the winner is going to come from one of these horses. We're just hoping, I was hoping to have 4 horses here that I liked, not 6 or 7 in this case, right? Awesome, Anthony. I can't wait to meet you, brother. We're going to have such a good time. Again, we're going to be at Bally's 27th through like the 30th, I think. NHC, going to be a blast. Friends, family, all going to be there. We're going to have such a good time. Such a good time. Such a good time. So love to meet you. I hope to see you there. That's coming up. Like, think about that. That's not that far. It's crazy. Del Mar starts what? Like, it's starting soon. That's crazy. Okay, again, reminder, anything in red on the changes means it's a first-time occurrence, like the 3 horses getting blinkers for the first time, okay? Maybe they help. Sometimes just a desperation move, but it's not like they've done it before, so it's a first-time occurrence. Here's what I don't like. Look at the GSR. Okay, here's a positive. A weighted room at the quarter. So clearly we can visualize this horse had issues and couldn't get through. So now you're like, okay, well, I know this horse is better than what it looks like. Okay, there's that. The race before that faced a 72 SOR, was never going to run good. Lost by 16 lengths. Okay, we forgive that. Race before that, a 52 group, won easy, breaking his maiden. Her maiden. Okay, now how do we judge this horse? The negative for me is this horse is going from a 52 GSR to a 41 GSR. It's just a major, major negative. But we've got the thing in the back of our mind where we're like, he awaited room last time out. We don't know how good this horse was. And this horse could come over and win. And look at this horse, by the way, 5-1 right now. Angel, I'm not covering Gulfstream today. I can't. I won't have any time anyways, because we don't even have any time because Woodbine starts in like less than an hour. So we don't have any time. I'm so sorry. Normally I would, you know that, but I can't cover Woodbine today. There's not going to be any time. We got 15 minutes before Woodbine. And literally all we've done so far is do our first round of eliminations. And we've realized that this is a really, really tough track. So sorry, my man. All right, let's run a pick 3 and see what the ticket generator gives. Okay, let's just do that. Now, we know if we're right about our eliminations, we helped it out, right? So we helped the system. Like we're going to be more accurate. Maybe the system would have used the 7. I doubt it, but maybe it would have. So now look, it's using look at $35 ticket. It's spreading out. No singles, no nothing. You see that? But by the way, this is a 20-cent denomination. It's a 20-cent denomination. Maybe that's too much money, to be honest with you. It's probably, let's go 20. Okay. That's what it's saying. So it's saying 1 and 3. So since it's only using 2 horses in the second race, that's where I'm going first, right? I'm going here first. I'm going to see, okay, what's it using? It's using, don't ask me why. It's using the 1 top Scotty pick, 22%. It's not even using the 5 Mason's Gamble. It's using the 3 horse, who's 25 to 1 in the E morning line. Don't ask me. I don't know why. But I will say this, these damn things are winning. I mean, look at the ticket book. I showed you this thing, right? Look at this. There's one over at Hastings, paid $2,116 on a $43 ticket that we were testing. Oh, that's what I'm saying. Like, I know it's hard and we have to make decisions, but I'm just going to say these are opportunities as well to capture prices when they're tough. So yes, is it harder? Yes, but it just is. You have a horse who went off at 5 to 1, who's a Scotty long shot who broke 10th of 11 horses. Good connections. I mean, this 5, 150% is 100% must. I don't care why the system's not using it. So I've heard a lot of people say, I won't delete a horse that the system uses. I will add. And I understand. I understand. But there's no way we're leaving the 5 out. And what about the 2? E morning line 7 to 2. I'm dashing. Broke 11th from the rail. And only lost by 10 3/4 lengths. And by the way, is being protected. Not for sale. Not for sale. And there you go. There's Emma Jane. Okay. Cindy's not been wrong. Emma Jane, how many is she going to win today? 2, 3? Watch for her. 12 to 1. Oh, here you go. Here. See, you guys got to help me with this. You guys got to catch this. Not one of you said, hey, the morning line on the 2 horse is 12 to 1, but look at the EE morning line. It's 7 to 2. What do I seriously, look how bad these morning line. I'm sorry, but it's just true. 9 to 5 on the 5 horse, 6 to 1 on the morning line, 12 to 1 on the morning line, 7 to 2 on the E morning line, 3 to 1 on the 1 horse, 9 to 5. I mean, I can tell you we're more accurate. 100%. You'll see. You know, it's funny. Like, we've had a few people say that it's something with your screen though, Michael. It's definitely not. It's not this. It's your screen. But I don't know. I don't know what the answer is or how to fix that. Mike might know, or Brad. We have to trim it. I know. I'm with you. I agree. So, but here's the other thing you have to consider. Ask yourself what this might pay, right? Because that David was just saying that for a 20-cent pick, what was it? Oh, Super paid $416. These are tough races. So we know that we're using the 5. I might not use the 3. I mean, it's 25 on the EE morning line. First time starter. I don't know. What do you guys think of this horse? I'm looking right now and going, okay. I mean, slow workouts, right? What's the story here? I'm dashing. I mean, you got to use the 2, don't you? And the system's using the 3, so you're going to leave it out? It's YouTube settings. Yeah. Thank you, Lexi. I love this group of people. Everybody helping each other. Imagine how much fun we're going to have in Vegas and the NHC at the end of the month, at the end of August. Oh, man, it's going to be so much fun. You know, what about the 18% on the 9? I mean, it's a second-time starter. Remember we talked about second-time starters are brutal. There is just no way of knowing. I can't even tell you what this horse is going to do. I only know it's 4 to 1 in the morning line, 9 to 1 in the E morning line, but it doesn't mean it can't win. Never been the surface and distance before. GSR is okay, but there's really like not a really high GSR. I mean, seriously. What about the 4? Second-time starter, went up at 24 to 1, hustled early on. Like, who says it? Look at the workout, 5 of 48. Like, how do we know this horse can't run? It's going to be fun, huh? We're going to have so much fun, Brady. I need you guys' help. I know you guys are sitting there waiting on me. I'm waiting for you guys to tell me something. Like we're doing, like you guys, you know this. You're looking too. Give me an angle on something. I got an angle on the 2-horse is this. You separate yourself from everybody else in your horizontal because they're seeing 12-1 and they'll leave out that 2. I will promise you right now, no shot in hell we're getting 12-1 on this 2. No chance. So that's an advantage. And oh, by the way, this is 2 algorithms. 3, 59 GSR, which is good. EE morning line 7-2. Scotty's second pick. Always count on Rock and Ray to say something. You're so funny, Ray. You're a glass half full type of guy, aren't you? I got nothing but love for you, brother. Cindy's going to single the 1 in race 2, 7th wonder. All right, let's look why. I'll tell you what. A couple of times I said, no, I can't see that single, Cindy, and it freaking wins. It wins. Dropping in class for sure, definitely. And what's interesting, right? Coming at the same level. Do you remember how I'm always telling you guys that look at this horse? This horse has been 4 times in the same level, now 5 today. But look at 48, 48, 50, 42. This is a 44 group, 52. This is an easier group. Easier group. Here's what I don't like. Explain to me what happened here on 7-12. I mean, just so inconsistent. Like, you know what I mean? But EE morning line is what? Oh, it's 9-5. Draws the rail. Right? Draws the rail. I mean, three is the first time starter. I would say this. You're going to get a price on the 5, decent. Probably go off as a favorite, but maybe 2-1, 5-2, 3-1. They can't see it. You can't see this on paper. Pinched back at the start, broke 10th of 11, and only lost by 8 lengths. This horse is finishing. You see what I mean? Like, this horse is finishing. Workouts are steady, very, very good. I mean, this could be the type of horse you take a chance in single. It could be. This horse has been here at 4 times the level and not won. I know Cindy likes this horse, but again, this wouldn't be my type of single, but it's Scotty's top pick. I'm Mason's Gamble, 40%. EE morning line 9-5. Scotty long shot. Are you kidding? I mean, like, maybe this is a single. I'm going to go against Cindy. I don't like any of these other horses. The 2 horses can win this race. The 2 can win this race. No question. I don't like this horse. I think this horse is actually, I like it a lot. Off slow, broke 11th from the rail. It's not like this horse lost by 20 lengths. Lost by 10 3/4, which means the jockey was just checking out to see what he had. 2 could win. I like the 2 better than the 1 personally. Yeah, we can do that. We'll definitely do a pick 5 for sure, Angel. Yeah, no doubt. You got it. So I like Mason's Gamble, but I kind of you might be able to get by here pretty confidently with just this. It's the first time starter on the 3. It's got a top GSR. I don't like the 25 EE morning line. It's not like 9% is bad. Remember how I'm always telling you guys, go like this, eliminate the 5, and then look and go, this race is wide open. I would throw out this 4-horse in a second if it wasn't a second-time starter. I hate second-time starters. If I have a weakness, besides a wet track, it's that. Hate them. And do you know if this 3 wins, do you know what this early pick 3 will pay? Like, this is what you hope for. Top GSR, 9%. Workouts are good. Good connections. How about this? Julia Carey is 17%. Gary Boulanger is 21%. I mean, it's not like these are bad connections. And we got a new trainer here, right? On the 2. Emma Jane's aboard for the first time. They're adding blinkers for the first time. The horse is getting Lasix for the first time. Darwin Banach is 16%, right? I mean, I like the 2 better than the 1, but. And what about Twirly Moon? Another second-time starter who broke 10th, went off at 6-1. We don't know what this horse is going to do. We have no idea. I was talking about Kazushi Kamara having a good day. Contreras gets off of the 5 horse, but that was in October. I mean, that was in October, so I don't know that means anything. I can't leave this 2 out. There's something about this 2 I really like. And are we going to be surprised if any of these horses we're keeping here win? I will say this. I like the 5 just over the 2. Maybe do an exacta box, 2-5 as well. I respect Cindy, and she likes the 1, and it's a new trainer as well. Had steadied from on the turn and the rail, so had trouble. And it looks like the horse had run, and that was a tougher group. Yeah. I mean, the 1's live. I mean, the 1's live too. Look at that. All the connections are good. Mark Cassie on the 9. Ugh. Sometimes in the first leg of something, you can learn a little bit from the betting. But remember, we talked about how tough this race is. Look at this. The longest shot on this board here, probably the 7, is who we left out, right? Yeah, 11-1. Even from, and this horse is getting bet. It just goes to show you, you can see that nobody knows what to do or how to bet. So you can't learn anything here on the live betting at all. Nothing. So I'm going to go like this. Where's it cutting? So it's using 1, 2, 6, 8. The Scotty Long shot, by the way, okay, we're not ignoring the Scotty Long shot today, okay? Don't ignore the Scotty Long shot all day long. It won the first 3 races at Woodbine. For whatever reason, it's been on fire. I have a feeling all meet long, the Scotty Long shot's going to do very well at Woodbine, okay? So let's just make a mental note of that, okay? Scotty Long shot here at Woodbine, all meet, okay? Which would be huge. You'll get some good payouts by that. Just there's something with this right now that's going on with the Scotty Long shot. Silent Guru. Look, this is a 60 SOR group, and this horse has been facing way better horses. I mean, throughout the last race, faced a 74 group. Prior to that, 5 furlongs, faced a good group, dueled. The horse has speed, 9-2, Scotty Long shot. I think 2 is very live. This one's been facing easier horses. Look at the 5. Okay, this is the type of horse I'm going to throw out every time. I just don't care. 46 group, been on layoff. Mark, just like, no. Is there any changes? I'm going to look at changes real quick. Emma Jane's on there, 5. Top GSR, positives, negatives, but like, and lightly raced, okay, positive. 46 group, got second. This is a 60 group. It's 60. We have to throw out horses. There's not much speed in here. We talked about speed too. There's not, this is cheap speed, 44 group, okay? 44. Like this horse cannot be used. Okay, that's an easy throw out. All right, I missed that earlier. 6 horse out. This horse 52 hasn't run a lick. Form seems off. 56 to 1. This guy, so he won 52 groups, a 60 group. I mean, this horse has done nothing. 6 furlongs. The GSR is low. Okay, you see how we're doing a second round out, gone. All right, so now we're getting down to business a little bit. The system used the 6 horse. I just eliminated it, so now it's going to use the 5. Okay, now we're getting closer. The 4 horse is the top win percentage. It's not using it, but it's 9 to 1 on the E morning line. Look at how sick is that? 9 to 1. Incredible, right? The odds maker did a good job in this race as well. Except for here, we had this horse at 9 to 2. Okay, low GSR, maybe the 1 horse. Maybe the 1 horse is the horse we leave out. Broke 10th, rushed up, 54 group, tougher, low win percentage connections. You know the chances of low win percentage connections winning back to back, but here's the problem. It's the Scotty's second pick. If it wasn't, I was about to eliminate this horse, and then I could have added the 4. Now, remember we talked about post position? The 8 is going to get a great trip. We know this. We know the 8's going to get a good trip, had shown some tactical speed prior, and what else do we know? This horse faced a 74 group last time out from the rail, broke 6th, top of the stretch is only 3.25 lengths back, and broke in at the start. 8's going to get a great trip. And top Scotty pick. I like the 8. I like the 8 a lot. And faced the 2. See, the 8, look at the 8 was 6 to 1. The 2 was 38 to 1. 8 had trouble and got 5th. Okay. I love the 8 right now. I like, okay, you see how we can, like, it's like a process. I'm going to say the 8's a single. I'm going to look at the 5 one last time, but I don't think the 5's classy enough. I think the 5 could be in the money. I will say that. I'm singling the 8. Singling the 8. That's it. Maybe, depending on the size ticket that I wanted to play, I would leave out the 4 Expo. Okay, so I don't know about the 3. It's a first-time starter with a decent win percentage and a top GSR. I don't know. This horse had some issues last time out, kind of burned money at this level, but second, I mean, right there is a top Scotty pick. Got to use it. 2 horse, we talked about that. 7 to 2 on the E morning line. Got to use that. 40%. Good 9 to 5 on the E morning line. Went off at 5 to 1. Broke 10th. Got to use that. Second time starter here. Don't know what this horse is going to do. Broke last from the 2 hole at 6 to 1. Coming into this surface for the first time. And the GSR on the 9 is, in comparison, 59, 53. Yeah, right there. Not a big deal. Expo, we don't know about this horse. Probably if I'm eliminating a horse, it would be this. But if I can use this horse, I'm going to. Make sense? Come over here. The Scotty long shot to be safe, you mean, okay. Yeah, you could. I mean, the thing is the 8 just crushed the Scotty long shot last time out from the rail and went off at 6 to 1, where this horse went off at here. And this horse had an easy lead on the pace. I know it's turf now, but look at the GSR. This horse should have even been better at the 75 GSR. So now I'm starting not to like the 2 that much. I'm starting to love the 8. So yeah, this I think of the sequence of 3 races, I think the 8's the best possible single. Top Scotty pick, going to get a good trip, great GSR, great SOR. It makes sense to me. Makes sense to me. Then you come over here. We're spreading here. I don't know. I might eliminate the 4 Expo. And I come over here like this. And this race, you can eliminate. You can, because you might want to play this more times than just 1. You can. I mean, Sister Peacock, 2 wins and 3 tries, $73,000 earned, a 70 average SOR. Huge. And the 3's not in the top 2 Scotty, but this 3 is extremely live. And you look at it, it's like stopped and stopped. But this horse might be the type of horse that needs a lead. I'm looking at that, and I think that's the case here. When this horse clears, the horse is brutally tough. Let's see. Can the horse clear? Oh, man. 2's fast. 5's tactical. 4's fast. Oh, my God. 1's fast. Oh, okay. So, whew, but we talked about this, though. Sprint races, you have to be close. What if one of these horses gets a clear lead? You definitely don't want to take a horse that has no speed here sprinting. We talked about this earlier, but I wasn't even looking at that. I'm not talking about the turf right now. I'm talking about the synthetic. So we can look at it here. Who can we throw out? I don't know, because these are second-time starters here. The 1's tactical. We don't know if this horse is fast. We don't know about this horse because they broke bad. This horse broke decent and still showed no speed and 2%. I'm going to eliminate him. Okay. So we know that about the surface. Okay, you see the second round, how all of a sudden things start to get clear once we do our first round of eliminations, right? And, I don't know that you want to have that mindset, Brian. You can, but you don't want to force something. If you literally didn't, but I think you want to, the 6 horse here in this third race, Fly So Pretty, no speed. 6 furlongs, cutting back in distance, showed no speed, going 7 furlongs. Yeah, this is the type of horse you leave out. It is. It just is. This horse is tactical, but it's really moving up in class. We talked about this horse. Good connections, 15-1. EE Morning Line's 20-1. I mean, I want to throw out this 5 so bad I can't even tell you. He's never even run close to a 70 SOR with the horses and been competitive, and just lost against a 58 group. But why is a 17% trainer putting this horse from 20,000 to 60? Why? And it's a new trainer, right? Didn't we? I think we decided, yeah, Justin Stein claimed this horse, and has plenty of time with this horse, and still puts this horse in for 60. Did he figure something out? Workouts are great. Workouts are great. Now with the $6 ticket, you could play it multiple times if you wanted to, but this is kind of what probably my pick 3 would be. But I'm thinking the 8's a single, 27 minutes before race number 1. That's Cindy's ticket. This is David's ticket. They all have long layoffs, Anthony, because Woodbine hasn't been running. So they're all kind of in a similar position. Another thing, I told you guys this a few times, but when I come up with a single, I instantly want to visualize the race. And when I visualize this, I'm looking at this race 2 back. This horse won easy first time out, broke good, 6 furlongs, 65 GSR. This is 60. Then moved up against really tough competition and did not run bad, considering that was a 74 SOR. Got bet to 6-1, broke 6th from the rail. Was a little bit too far back. Remember we talked about, like, you've got to be close in sprint races, and couldn't get there. And we can look at the GSR plus and see. Oh, okay. Synthetic 65, turf 65. Just dirt breeding is terrible on this horse. But this is what I do like. Look at this. The very top, the best distance for this horse, when you see this, is at the top, 6 furlongs. So this horse should be at its best here at 6 furlongs on the turf. I like that a lot. Okay, so we got that. Okay, you got your pick 3, 8 over 1, 2, 3, 5, 9 over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Yeah, we could do it all in there, but play it multiple times then instead. You know what I mean? All right, so we got that. All right. Race 1, 8. Race 2, 1, 2, 3, 5, 9. Race 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. 5 is 8 years old, no doubt about it. I mean, 8-year-olds win though, right? They do. This horse has been in the money in 14 to 27 tries, earned $193,000, has a good earnings average per start, 15 tries in the synthetic. See, this is where people need EquinEdge more, and they need the GSR, right? They won't make these mistakes. If you could see the GSR, would you even ever put this horse on turf? Would you ever? Look, you got 12 tries, almost equally, 12 tries on turf. You've averaged earning $3,500 per start. In 15 tries in synthetic, you've averaged $10,000 per start. Think about that. If you've got good information, you're not wasting races. Oh, and then how about this? Six of those 15 tries in synthetic have been at 6 furlongs and earned 11,600. So over the average on synthetic. And the horse is getting 6 furlongs right now. That's why we would use a horse like the 5. Especially in a race that we don't really love anybody. We're not covering Churchill right now. We're not covering Churchill, unfortunately, because we don't have a lot of time here on Woodbine to cover stuff. There's only 23 minutes, but believe me, I love to go to every single one of them, but there's only so much we can cover. So, okay, now we're going to go to race number 4. All right. Was there a pick 5? Okay, pick 5 in race number 2. All right. Yep, I got you, Angel. Okay, so we know what we're doing there. Now we're trying, okay, now we're kind of like, okay, second round, right? I put 5, don't love. I don't love the 5, but I didn't love anybody that much either, but now we have to look in depth, right? So I like, you know how I like to tell a story. So I'm looking at the 3 horse and I'm going, okay, this horse clearly is a horse that needs the lead. And then you're looking going, can this horse clear? It's a sprint race, so we know you've got to be close to the pace. Every one of these horses we've kept can be close to the pace. Look at the 1 horse. You know from the rail. You know what the 1's doing, right? You guys all know. We know what the 1's doing. The 1's sending. Okay, needs a lead. Here's a way you can maybe eliminate a horse like this. Low win percentage connections, right? But what do you guys notice about this horse? 58 SOR, today's conditions is a 70 SOR. This horse broke from the rail, and look at this, barely hung on against a 58 group, and had a clear lead. Now there's a ton of speed in here. It's a 70 SOR. I can confidently, unless this horse was to set a really slow pace and clear, and the other speed horses broke slow, I can almost, and by the way, 12 to 1 on the E morning line, I can almost confidently eliminate this horse. Oh, you did? Oh, thank you so much, Andy. That is awesome. Thank you so much. That is going to be such a high to see, like, people on on their mobiles or their computers. Look, I was over at the NHC, and EE was up. You can't even believe how many tournament players were using EE. It was like, it was the biggest high. It was so great. So to see people wearing EE gear, by the way, our gear is off the chain. Like, look at the hats. Look, I mean, it is so good. So good. Check it out if you haven't checked it out. Believe me, we don't make any money on it at all, just so you know. But obviously you get that out and people start seeing the swag and the gear and stuff like that. So yeah, hopefully you feel like it's all reasonably priced, and it should be. So because we know this horse needs the lead, and this horse has more class. At least this horse has been facing grade 3s. We talked about this horse getting the lead against grade 2. What's the 1 supposed to do? From the rail, got speed like this to its outside. unless the 3 breaks bad and the 3 never breaks bad, then you got to believe the 1 has no chance. I'm most likely going to eliminate this 5 because it just doesn't seem classy enough. But it's tactical. It's a new trainer. This horse wins. You're going to get paid. Tough one. That's a real tough one. Okay. This one can rate. Has some class. But look, this is a 70 SOR, and this horse is like competing and winning against a 62. This is a 66, but it was on turf. Barely wins against a 62 on, you see? Six furlongs doesn't necessarily seem to be its best distance based on the average money earned at 6 furlongs in comparison to being on synthetic. Okay? I don't dislike this horse at all, but this is a really rough race. I can confidently eliminate the 1, but the rest of them I can't. So I would have to use them. So now I'm adding it and I'm locking. I just have to. There's nothing I can do. So I'm desperately looking for a single at this point now. I'm going to sort the GSR. Horse that's 5-1 in the E morning line, 12-1 in the morning line, okay? 77 GSR, you never eliminate a horse like this. I don't care. Second time starter, cuts back in distance after showing speed, getting easier, ran at Gulfstream Park. GSR is great. You just can't eliminate a horse like this. Yeah, the pick 5 starts in race number 2, not race number 1. Bill just got second against a bunch of people in the tournament, so Bill's very good using the system. So yeah, this race is ultra tough. Go Take Charge. I mean, obviously the first thing I would do is look at these weaker horses. This is a 48 group. The horses never run good. Low win percentages, 40 SOR, 44. I believe this horse could be in the money, but I'm just going to play against this horse on the win. 20-1 E morning line. Got to get rid of him. You can't use everybody. 8 horse first time starter. I mean, I want to see steady drills. 7th to the 6th to the 16th. That's a 9-day gap. I don't like that. 16th to the 23rd, fine. 7 days. 23rd, 7 days here. 30th, 7 days. 6th to the 19th, 13 days. I don't like that. This horse has gaps. Good GSR, not a Scotty long shot. 12-1 on the E morning line, 9-2 on the regular morning line. I got to eliminate that horse. I don't like the gaps. This horse, 48 group, comes back, broke 9th, no real, has never really got bet, hasn't really run. Why the horse is 9? It was Scotty long shot. You know what this tells me? A horse like this is the Scotty long shot. It tells me that the rest of the race is just weak as hell. That's what it tells me. That's what it just tells. I mean, there you go. That's one way of looking. Here's a horse like this that everyone's going to bet and probably going to win. But I'm going to tell you this. This horse lost against a 36 group and a 40 group here. And people are going to just look at these last 2 in these non-graded stakes races, right? This just could be a money-burning son of a gun. Just could be that. These horses lose way more than they win. But top Scotty pick, lukewarm top win percentage, 7-5 on the E morning line, good GSR. It's just not the type of horse for me. Would I eliminate it? No. Second time starter, went off 11-1, broke bad, showed some speed, now cuts back in distance. 77 GSR, cannot eliminate that horse. The 7 horse, it's just, we remember, okay, well, it's on turf. This horse really finished last time out on the turf at Woodbine. Same conditions, a bit of an easier group. You can't eliminate the 7. You cannot. The 9 horse broke bad first couple of times. 63 GSR. Didn't run good last time out at 14-1, but it was a 48 GSR. Came in second, breaking last, going 8 furlongs. I mean, yeah, 14%. I like the 9. Honestly, I don't like the Scotty long shot that much, but I'm not leaving out the Scotty long shot in a race like this. This horse, 56 SOR. We know what the mean is, which is 50. This is a tough race. I like this horse. So yeah. So I'm just going like this. Second time starter. Got third, 48 group. A little bit tougher, off a layoff. Not bad. Top GSR, second Scotty pick. You have to figure this horse is going to get a good trip from that post. Seems tactical. This horse had no excuses. When you see a horse like this that literally has perfect trips and no excuses, low winning jockey, not in the top two Scotty, 3-1 in the morning line, 6-1 in the morning line. I'm going to eliminate a horse like this. It might beat me, but I'm going to eliminate him. How about this horse? This horse, top Scotty pick, 23%. In 4 tries as the favorite, has lost. 4 tries. Now draws the inside post. And the GSR is lower. This is the type of favorite I'm saying win or lose. This is the type of favorite I'm saying leave out. 5 horse. First time starter. There's just no way of knowing. Good connections. 9-2. Who's the 4? E morning line. The 4 horse. First time starter. Like, right? Mr. Narcissistic. No excuses on this horse. Like none. But remember, sometimes they give horses a race. I kind of like this 5 a little bit, to be honest with you. 22%, good connections. Like for me, I'm using the Scotty long shot. I'm using the 5. I'm using the 8. And I got to relook at the 9 carefully. A good name. First time starter. This horse could get a good trip. Has a gate drill. Just a couple of gate drills. Hard read. Good connections. Emma Jane. I don't trust it. I don't trust leaving this horse out. EE morning line 4-1 from a 10-1 morning line. I'm going to lock that. See what happens. Okay. So now you can do whatever you want, but I have no choice but to single the 2. If I want to play a ticket, I'm having no choice but to single. It's 36%, 2-1. But this horse had no, okay, dropping in class, getting an easier group of horses here, had no excuses, low winning percentage trainer, perfect trip, 9-2, and ends up losing. You're 1.5 lengths back and you lose by 4.5 lengths. I hate horses like this, but just could be catching easier. But now you have a bunch of first-time starters that you just don't know. This horse's works are phenomenal. 9-2 on the morning line, 6-1 on the morning line. Like just looking at this, the 8 caught my eye. Patrick Husbands jumps aboard for a 3% trainer. I try to beat horses like, I mean, perfect trip. You had a perfect trip, and you lost from that position, and you didn't just lose. You lost by 4.5 lengths. So I'm going to stay with you all the way to the first race of Woodbine, which we won't be able to watch together because I don't have approval to do that. By the way, we're working on that approval, working with RTN and Roberts. That's happening. So eventually we'll be able to do that. Okay, but the 4 horse, Mark Cassie, Emma Jane, they are jockey trainer combination of 16%. Patrick Husbands, something about this 8 horse, Chunky Monkey. Let's look at these works carefully. April 20th to May 9th. That's a gap there. I don't like that. May 9th to 20th. No, too many gaps. Too many gaps. No. May 27th, June 3rd. June 3rd, 10 days there. 6 days here. I don't like that either. I'm looking for like 7 to 8 day patterns consistently. May 13th to May 16th. What is that? What? Never seen it. 3 days later? Is that a mistake? Could be. May 30th to June 10th. So they went 10 days there, then 10 days here. Oh yeah. These works are like, yeah, no. This is a tough race. Maybe the 2 is just a single. I would have to do that. I have to say that. So, I would probably, if you want to do a pick 5, that's what I'd probably have to say. You can eliminate wherever you want to eliminate. From this sequence of races here, from race number 2 on, the 2 seems like the best single, especially because when I look at some of these other horses, like the first-time starters, I don't like the work patterns. This could be a tougher race than we realize, actually. But maybe just go with the 36% top Scotty pick, 2-1 the AE morning line. Gary Boulanger, first time on turf, first time off synthetic. All right, GSR is higher. Let's look at the GSR plus. I mean, it's okay, but at least this is close to the top. Going 5 furlongs is right there. It's the second top. Let's see. That's not, and that's not. Okay. Yeah. The two's a decent single. I think you're going to get a good run for your money and maybe even win. I would say that's a single. I'm not covering GP, Cindy. Since the Golden Hour series ended, we don't have approval to do video until we're waiting right now for approvals from more tracks. We've got a bunch, but we need more approvals from tracks before we are on board to where we start. So we're on the test site. We have some videos and stuff like that, but that's just the test site. And it's working, but we're still waiting for approvals before we turn it on. And that's what we're waiting for right now. And so when we have that, then we'll be allowed to show videos from all the tracks that we have approvals from to show race replays and live races. So we don't have that approval anymore for even Gulfstream. In race 7, do I think the 2 is a single? Let's see here. The one thing I'll say about this horse, race 7. This 2 could be a single here. I just don't know if this horse can rate for his best, right? But that was a tough group last time out. 2 in race number 7, though. Let's see here. Super Escape. All right, that was grade 2, 76, throw that out. Prior to that, this horse has been ultra consistent. We've got 5 minutes before Woodbine race number 1. This horse is lightly raced. This horse seems up and coming. I think you got to worry about the 5. This horse has won 3 races in a row, but against easier. This horse is in really good form right now. By American Pharoah. I mean, that horse is solid. The Scotty Longshot's very live as well. If you said you have to bet one horse, who would it be? I would bet the 2. I don't think it's a single. Even if it wins, I don't think it's a single. No, I'm still in Florida right now. Thank you, Michael. I'm still in Florida right now. But I'm going to be in Del Mar all meet. I'm doing the inner feed. So if you guys, you click on the video and you're watching them talk about the horses, I'm going to be doing that. So not only does it go out throughout the track, but it also goes out worldwide. So we're doing that feed. So I'll be giving a Scotty. You guys already see a Scotty long shot, but the people who don't have EquinEdge, I'll be calling it EquinEdge long shot every race. I'll be doing the inner feed, talking about the horses, working with John Lees. So I'm going to be doing that all meet, except I'll take off the weekend or the week that NHC in Vegas. So I'm excited about that. So I'm staying at the Del Mar Hilton right across the street from Del Mar. It's going to be fun. I've never done that before. I'm so excited. Thanks, Keith. It's going to be so much fun. So you guys will actually be able to hear me and watch me on that inner feed, right? So that's going to be pretty cool. Yeah, I've never met John before, but he seems like a really nice guy. So yeah, so I'm doing that. So Anthony, I don't think the 2 is a single, but has a great great SOR, great GSR, been in the money in all 3 tries. But you got the 7 horse who's won 3 in a row. The 5 horse looks solid 2 in a row and looks like up and coming. The Scotty Longshot, nothing wrong with this horse. It has some tactical speed, but you're okay if you're a little bit further back in distance races. It's the sprint races. If you take anything from this, I know you take a lot, but remember, in sprint races, you got to be about 4 lengths max at the top of the stretch. So when you're looking and you don't think a horse can do that, no matter how good it is, maybe take a chance, take a risk, fight your fears, and eliminate a horse like that, okay? So, hey, thank you, Matt. Thank you for saying that. Okay, so I'm going to stay here with you guys until this first race at Woodbine because I'm curious whether the 8's going to win. See if I have any money in my account because I actually would like to bet that horse. Oh, I have some. Okay, Woodbine wager 2-1 right now on Red Equinox. Okay, so then we'll do a pick 3, 8 with 1, 2, 3, 5, 9. 1, 2, 3, 5, and 9 with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And let's see here. I don't want to put any more money in my account, so I'll just do that. Okay. It's not the same not watching the races with you guys. All right, so let's. All right, they're going into the gate. And All right. See what happens. 5-2 right now on the 8. Just get a good break, show some speed, and finish up. Looks great. Spunky. As long as it doesn't like fight too much to get in the gate, I don't think that is a negative. 2-1 right now on the 8. I don't like, okay, so must have gone in. So that's good. It worries me though. I mean, if horse takes a minute to get in the gate, oh man, you might want to cancel your wagers when that happens. Broke great. So we talked about the 2-horse, and what I'm worried about right now is the 8-horse having to be too wide, right? I'm definitely worried about that a little bit, and the 2 getting an easy lead right now. We did talk about that too, so I am a little worried about that. I think the 8's going to come on, and hopefully the 8 will and not stop, and we'll see. I mean, so the 8's coming is one of the ones, but I don't think he's going to get there. I mean, he's not changing leads. Yeah, no, the 8's not going to get there. You know, and all these races kind of look like that. And look at that. Remember, look at that. You've got 5 of them at the wire. I mean, the 1 wins the race. Owen's tour guide, 6-1. But who was the 1? Just don't be the Scotty long shot. Okay, so that was the second Scotty pick. So 17%, 6-1, and that's kind of what they all look like. 8-horse, no excuses there. The 8 didn't have any excuses, and I would put a note there. I mean, could improve second time out, but you got that, Anthony? Okay, good. So, all right, you guys. Well, the best of luck to you guys the rest of the way. I'll be watching and see what happens here, but good luck. Have some conviction, no matter what. No matter, take a horse. Find a reason to key it, whether it's the top GSR, whatever it might be, do that and have some conviction and have a good time. And hopefully you learned something today. And we'll do, don't forget, Del Mar, I might do this 4 days a week. I might do it Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday in the mornings. I have to handicap anyway, so I'm thinking about it. But at the very least, at Del Mar, I'll do it twice. I'll pick a track. I don't know if I have any plans tomorrow. If I don't, I'll send out an email to you guys, okay? So, but if not, for sure, we'll do one next week. But we're going to do more of these, okay? And hopefully the cards will be a little bit easier. But again, these are, look at, we just got a horse. If you used it, second Scotty pick and 17%, and the horse, now I didn't use it because I had to make a decision and I made the wrong call. But it's not like we couldn't have had this horse. You got 6-1. The E morning line was 9-2. And the odds makers morning line was 3-1. So, and we look at this horse, what we always talk about, second time damn starters, right? Second time starters, they're brutal because you don't know the upside. You don't have, and then they've been off since November, so you don't know, have they matured since? How are they doing? These are the toughest. So, but you take a risk. Yeah, no, I'm out. That's it for me. I've got some errands to run, and but I think you guys, more than anything, learned a lot and see how we do things. Go through your eliminations at first, then run the ticket generator. Then when you get scratches, rerun it, right? And then you go back over the card again and go, okay, now I need to do a second round of elimination, something like that, right? So get the 1 in race number 2. I know Cindy thought the 1 was a single. I thought the 2 and 5 are tough. I like the 5. I like this 2. Something about this 2 I'm dashing. I like 12-1. No way we get 7-2 on the E morning line. Second Scotty pick. Have you noticed? Maybe there's a theme. Maybe second Scotty picks are going to win today. 6-1 on the 1 horse in the last race. But I'm rooting for you. I'm rooting for you. I'll be periodically going in and watching to see how the day is going with this. And so I wish you guys all the best of luck. Thanks for tuning in today. Have a great rest of your weekend. And then don't forget, we're going to get excited for Del Mar. Like I might do, like I said, I'm going to do 2 to 4 shows a week. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We'll do shows, have our coffee, have a good time, and win money. And then, well, not only that too, down at Del Mar, I know everybody down there too. So we're going to get good information. So we'll confirm that information. I'll be finding out, and I'll be like, okay, watch out for this horse. It's going to be a blast. We're going to have a great time. Thank you, Angela. Thanks, Gary. It's going to be amazing. James, thank you so much. And yeah, I'll probably be on Twitter a little bit because I want to see what's going on. So if anything good happens, make sure you guys let me know, okay? Thanks, Pat. I appreciate it. All you guys. Love you guys. And have a good rest of your weekend, okay? I'll see you. Bye.